Mitzvah through ASMR. Thank you for coming over and helping me clean. With Shabbat tomorrow and everything needing to get done, I couldn't do it on my own, so thank you, dear. I appreciate it. I'm schwitzing already. Say I have an idea. Now that we're all done with work, I think we need a little TLC with a little BOOZE. Okay, that was silly, I'm sorry. But I thought I'd make us some drinks. What do you think? Good, because I really want one. I really need one. Mama needs one. Okay, so this one's on me. I was looking through the fridge and all I could find at first was this vermouth. But then I remembered in the freezer I had some Tanqueray. Look, you can see it's still frozen right here. My favorite gin. So what do you say? We make some martinis, You've never had a gin martini, huh? Well, I just learned how to make them, so I'll make one for you, okay? And I'll show you how, so next time you can do it yourself. Do you hear that ruckus out there? Okay, so I've got these two glasses. Do you have a preference? This one's a little wider, this one's a little taller. Okay, if it's no difference to you, I'll give you this one. It's sturdier. I think you'll like it more. I'll keep this one. I'll make yours first. Now, a good martini is usually, I would say, 1 part vermouth, 2 parts tequila. But if you want it to have more vermouth, that's called a wet martini. If you want less, it's called a dry martini. Now, do you have a preference? Oh, you've never had vermouth? Okay, well, it's kind of interesting. It's a fortified wine. It's actually wine, not a spirit. Everyone says it has like an herby taste. I don't know. It just tastes like booze to me, dear. I won't make it too wet or too dry. How about that? Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. I've got these 2 glasses. See, this one's a little smaller. This one, it says Jerusalem on it. It's a little bit bigger. This is a traditional shot glass. This is more like for drinking sake. Okay, so since this is smaller, I'm gonna put the vermouth in this one. And then we'll probably do 2 shots of gin with this one. Okay. So let me pour this for you. Okay. I'm just gonna smell this. Here, I'll pour it in. Why don't you give that a smell? Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is like a fresh herby smell. Okay. And now let's start with 1 shot of gin. 1 shot. Okay. And we'll pour that in, we'll mix that in. See that? Now, I'm sorry, I don't have any martini glasses. You think that with a gal that has all the ingredients for a martini, she'd have martini glasses, but I'm usually a wine gal. But the other day I had a hankering for a martini, and I thought about going to a bar, but then I realized that it's all just overpriced, you know? The markup's ridiculous. For the price of 1 martini, I could make several on my own, so I went and bought the martini ingredients. It smells very nice. Okay. Let's do 1 more shot. I won't fill it up all the way. You said you're lightweight. I'm not trying to get you wasted. I just want us to relax after all the work you helped with cleaning my apartment for me. So there we go, we'll give that a stir, or a shake, I guess. Shaken, not stirred. Isn't that a nice sound? Tapping your glass. Okay. And now, hold on. I hope you like olives because we've got olives and we're gonna give you an olive. You know, the garnish really makes the drink. Some people do a lemon twist, but I think you can have a lemon twist with any drink, but you can't have olives with any drink, you know? So I say when it calls for an olive, you put in an olive. Okay. And you want one olive or two? Just one? Okay. Now, do you know what a dirty martini is? So that's when some of the brine from the olives gets into the drink and adds a little bit more of an olivey flavor. That's called a dirty martini. So now you know a wet martini, a dry martini, and a dirty martini. I think I like dry, dirty martinis. Okay, dear, this one's for you, so go ahead and take that. Okay. And now, I'm just gonna make some for myself, okay? While you sip on that. And now tell me, what's been going on with you, dear? Oh, yes, I got invited to Samantha's bat mitzvah too. I think it's very nice that she's getting to have a bat mitzvah. She didn't get to have one at the traditional age, so I think 30's just a good age as any. You know, I actually never had a bat mitzvah either. Do you think I should have one? That's true, I would get to be the star of the show that day. But it's a lot of work putting it together. Even the small ones where you don't put in a lot of money and make a big show. It's not like those big Sweet 16 spoiled brat parties. Even those smaller ones, it's still a lot, you know. I'd have to find a rabbi to help me with all of it. I don't know which section you're supposed to read in Hebrew and what you're supposed to do. I have to find a synagogue that would be okay with doing it for an older person too. And then catering, well, I guess I do like catering and I like the booze aspect, but I don't know, it's a lot of work. And did you ever have a bat mitzvah? Oh, that's nice. I bet you were the belle of the ball. You were a late bloomer. I wouldn't have guessed that. Although it explains why you're very humble. Okay. Now I've got my martini as well. I'm just giving it a sniff and a swirl. And, well, did you like yours? You might be being polite, I don't know. Let me try mine, and then I'll know if you're being polite or not. You were not being polite. This is a good martini. Oh, you're very welcome. I owe you so much just for coming over and helping me with this, dear. I know we don't get to hang out as much as we used to. And then when we have time, we're helping each other with errands. That's the adult life, I guess. This is very good. I might make us seconds. Right, you're right. I won't get ahead of myself. This is pure booze, honestly. It's vermouth, gin, no chaser, unless you count the olive. What's that? Oh, you like my accent? I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I made it up. It's not a real accent. It's a pretty phony accent too, to be honest. It's like some kind of combination between New York, Boston, Rhode Island. Almost a little British at times. I'll tell you what though, it was inspired by a movie I saw. You ever see the film, it's called The Most Violent Year? Very violent, as the name suggests. It stars Oscar Isaac, great actor. You know, for the longest time, Oscar Isaac, he played multiple roles in different movies and never realized it was the same person for a while. And then when I did, it was like my mind was blown. I couldn't believe this man played all these different people. Anyways, yes, so besides Oscar Isaac, there was also, what's her name? Jessica Chastain. Such a doll on screen. She's such a great actress. And in that movie, she plays the wife, and she has what they would call a Brooklyn accent, which doesn't really exist. I was looking it up after. There's no such thing. It's all New York. But allegedly, the Brooklyn accent, it's a little softer, a little more nasally. You know, the stereotype of New York accents, it's very harsh. It's like, walk, talk. What's the dog doing? I want to drink some coffee. You know, that's the stereotype. But the Brooklyn accent is supposed to be softer. And Jessica Chastain, there's this part where I think it's like the feds are searching their house, and when they leave, she says to them, very disrespectful. And the way she said that, it made me laugh so hard. I thought that was such a brilliant accent and such great acting. And I decided one day, I was like, why don't I just channel that? I'll just be Jessica Chastain from now on. I'll pretend I have a Brooklyn accent, and some people will believe it, but the real ones will know. And you're a real one. You were complimenting me, but you were really fishing to see if my accent was real because you were skeptical. That's okay. That's why I keep you around. It's because you're very smart. Very smart. I might add another olive to this. Do you want another olive? No, you're good? Okay. You keep sipping that. Sip it gently. You know, these drinks, I don't know why people like to do shots. All of these hard alcohols, especially the good ones, the mid-shelf and upper shelf, they're meant to be enjoyed. You're supposed to sip on them, enjoy them. Why would you be chugging something that's supposed to be enjoyed? Something that was expensive, or at least, you know, somewhat expensive. There we go, we've got 2 olives now. It should be enjoyed, and it gets you drunk, and what's the rush? You're gonna get drunk whether you take a shot or you sip this slowly. You might as well actually take in the flavor, enjoy it. So definitely sip it, take your time. Don't be chugging this, you'll be coughing it up. You won't get sick though, okay? If you don't overdo it, you're not gonna get sick. Something I learned is when you buy mid-shelf and upper shelf, as long as you're not getting alcohol poisoning, you're not gonna be sick the next day. You might feel a little off, but you won't be hurling. You won't be super hungover. And that's because the mid-upper shelf products, they're like real alcohol. There's quality to them. The lowest stuff, the stuff you get when you go to a bar and they say you can have a beer and a shot for some cheap price, all of that is jet fuel, okay? Jet fuel. Smells like jet fuel, tastes like jet fuel. Might not actually truly be jet fuel, but might as well be jet fuel. And that's why you're hurling the next day. That's why you're hurling. I already feel, not buzz, but I already feel it. So I gotta take my time. It is so nice that you came over. We never catch up. Let's see, what else is going on? You have any hot goss? I know, gossip, gossip. It's not nice. But you know, I read somewhere once, the purpose of gossip is actually to create social contracts with people. If you hear some gossip that someone you know did something bad, something terrible, like lie to their friends, steal money from them, do things behind their back, when you gossip about it and you say, oh my God, can you believe Christine did that? Then your friend says, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. That was terrible. What you're actually saying is that you think it's wrong to steal from your friend. You think it's wrong to go behind someone's back. You're saying, hey, I'm a trustworthy person. If we're gonna be friends, we should do trustworthy things and not things that Christine does. I don't know, Christine, that was just an example. I made her up. So, any hot goss? Oh, there's also just the fun hot goss. This isn't even snitching or anything. This isn't talking about people doing bad things, but I heard that Shoshana and Jeremy are together. Shoshana M. Yeah. And Jeremy's the only Jeremy we know, right? Yeah. I think they're a cute couple. Yeah. I was at a party and I saw them talking. And it just seemed really cute, you know? And I even noticed, I was like, what's going on over there? I'm feeling something. I'm feeling some heat. I'm feeling some vibes. There's something in the air over there. It looks very nice. I hope they're enjoying it. And I think they were enjoying it. Clearly, they're together now. I can hear the wedding bells already. How about you, dear? You dating anyone? Well, that's fine, you know? Us single girls gotta get together. No. I'm done with that last guy. He didn't last very long. I told you he wasn't. I was suspicious. I was giving him the side eye. There were just some things he said that, you know, I thought, is this a respectable person? I mean, he wasn't terrible, let's be real. He wasn't terrible, but there were some things. You know, it's just if you're gonna date somebody, look, it's okay if it doesn't last. It's okay if you date someone for a while and you realize, like, this wasn't it. It was fun while it lasted. That's all good and fine. When you're dating someone, I don't even think you have to be thinking, is this my husband? Okay, that's a bit much. You're just meeting the person. Get a feel for who they are. Are they even fun to hang out with? Okay, so I'm not even necessarily saying you need to look for a husband. But even if you're just dating for fun, you're figuring it out, if you're starting to get a sense that this person has some qualities that aren't very nice, is that someone you'd even want to be friends with? Because honestly, all the friends I have, 10. They're all 10s, and I mean that personality-wise. I mean most of them in the looks too. For some reason, my friends are gorgeous, but in the personality department, they are all 10s. They are solid gold. Best friends you could ask for. If I start to become friends with someone, and I start to get a bad feeling, what's the point? Why do I want to be playing games and be with a friend like that? That's why I want to say I appreciate you so much. You're such a good friend. You're putting up with my fake accent. You helped me clean the apartment. You're so great. Thank you. Ooh, I think that was the alcohol talking. I'm just kidding, it wasn't the alcohol talking. I'm sorry that the AC is out right now. It's a little hot in here, but yeah, my friend's gonna come over and fix it tomorrow. And the fan isn't so bad. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close up the alcohol so we don't feel tempted to drink more. Now that I've had several sips, I feel like we don't need to be drinking more. This vermouth, like I said, it's fortified wine. You know, fortified, that means that they've added alcohol to the wine. They made it stronger. This is 16%. I forget how much wine is. Is it like 12? This is gonna bother me, I'm sorry. I have to look it up. How much alcohol is in wine? Oh, I was right on the money. It says 12%. Okay, 16 might not sound crazy. It's not like something that's 80 proof. 80 proof is like 40% alcohol. But 16%, that's, 4% more than 12. It's a difference. And then you're mixing that with gin, which, does this say the alcohol content? 47.3%. Like I said, that's about 80 proof. Proof, I learned a while ago that, I don't know what proof means, but if you divide it in half, that's how much percentage the alcohol is. So 80 proof is 40% alcohol. So that's what we're drinking here, 80 proof and 16%. And an olive, that's pretty wild. Oh, you like my little sticker here, huh? Yeah, it says certified Ashkenazi. There's a little star of David. Very cute, very cute. I made it myself. I want to sell the stickers, but it's so much work. I gotta buy more sticker paper. I gotta buy more laminate. I gotta print out all the designs, cut them out by hand. Then I gotta find a website to list them on. And then no one's gonna just come running to buy them. I'm gonna have to go on social media, make another Facebook and Instagram account. God forbid I make a TikTok account. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Either way, even just with an Instagram and a Facebook account, I gotta make little reels showing the stickers and have a little link to my shop. And then if I do get customers, then I gotta pack all the orders, send them out. It is such a pain to go to the post office. Honestly, I don't think I can just leave them at my mailbox for the postal worker. I think I have to go to the post office, and they're either very rude or just, very busy and underpaid, overworked. It's just, sometimes it's disorganized. There's a line. I get anxious about the whole thing. So it's like, is it worth it? But then I think, how nice would it be if people could have my stickers? I made these nice designs. I'm an artist. I just feel like people would like it. And I'd feel proud of myself. What do you think? Would you buy my stickers? You're too kind. I mean, I would give them to you for free because you're a friend. No, I know they say if you're a small business owner, don't be giving everything away for free, but these were prototypes, and sometimes you gotta give things away to friends. Sometimes. Alright, let's have another sip here. Sometimes, even though the olives add some nice flavor, when you're done drinking and you eat the olives, sometimes they don't taste good. That's just how it is. Sometimes they don't taste good. Did you hear that? My accent was slipping. You know what? I feel like my accent is also inspired by Fran Drescher. Fran. Is she not the queen or what? You ever watched The Nanny? You know, I didn't grow up watching it. I saw clips of it on Nick at Night. You know, I would see clips of it, but I never really watched it until recently. Actually, earlier this year, or I guess it was technically last year. Yeah, it was December, so it was technically last year. I had a Hanukkah party, you were there, and I was getting ready, and there was time before the party started, and I was feeling anxious, and I thought, I gotta do something to distract myself. I'm gonna eat an olive. So I thought, you know what? The Nanny's available on HBO Max. I'm gonna watch an episode. And they had a Hanukkah episode, so I watched that episode. Enjoyed it. It's definitely a bit dated, but it's a product of its time. But it was good for what it was at that time. So I went back and started watching from the beginning, and Fran Drescher is now my hero. I love her. What she did for the Jewish community by having that show and having Jewish culture be introduced to a wider audience. She's truly a mensch. Is there a female version of the word mensch? I don't think it matters. In my heart, she's a mensch. Yeah, and she influenced, this accent that I have. And her sass. And her fashion. Oh my god, have you ever noticed her fashion? Some of it was wild, but she looked fantastic, and she rocked all of it, even the more ridiculous stuff she rocked. But some of it was not ridiculous. Some of it really, really looked good. I want to dress like her. You know? I also want to make clothing. Seems so difficult to do. I don't even know how to use a sewing machine. I'm gonna ask my mother. I'm gonna visit her at the end of the summer. I know she has an old sewing machine. I'm gonna ask her to teach me how to sew. I know how to hand sew, but the machine is intimidating. I don't know how to put all the threads through. You have to wind the bobbins. I don't even know what that means, but she has to teach me how to wind the bobbins. These olives are addicting, and I'm gonna close it up. Unless, do you want one? Nah, girl. Yeah. You don't want to eat the olive that's at the bottom of that cup, okay? I'll get you one. Okay, here you go. It's coming right here. Okay, great. Now let's close this up. Oh, dangerous. Unless you want more, just let me know. I'll open it back up. There's plenty of olives. I'm not gonna be upset if you want another olive. Trust me. Again, you helped me clean. Now I can rest tomorrow for Shabbat, so you did me a solid. What's that, dear? You have to get going? Oh, no, that's no problem at all. I understand, you know, we have busy lives, and even if you're not busy, sometimes you just gotta rest. You helped me clean, you had a nice drink. You know what, let me order you a cab. No, I insist. You had a drink. I don't want you going home alone. I know you can protect yourself, but even just one drink, it can make it harder to focus and notice your surroundings. I'm gonna order you a lift, okay? And I know your address by heart. Okay. Okay. It's searching. I know, we live somewhere where there's plenty of cars, but it does take a minute to find someone. Okay, they found someone. And it looks like he'll be here in 3 minutes. Isn't that brilliant? The world we live in, the technology we have. Okay, my dear. No, I'll take the glass from you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's delicious. You finished before me, but that's because I'm a chatterbox. I'm sorry if I chatted up too much. Okay, well, thank you for coming by. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for putting up with my fake accent. I'm not gonna lie. Very fun to talk this way. You should try it. Okay, dear, please text me when you get home, please. I just want to make sure you're safe. If I don't hear from you in an hour, I'm going to text you, okay? Okay, dear, thank you. I'm sure I'll see you next week, okay? Goodbye and Shabbat Shalom. Hello, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment to help increase engagement so that my channel can grow. Please subscribe to my channel. And as always, Toda Rabah, Laila Tov. Thank you very much and goodbye.